So guys, what do you think? We finally revealed not only what is coming in Season 4, but Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, and Season 8 of Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. Houses, taxi missions, improved performance and optimization, car selling, cross-region, 8-player groups, poker, houses, the official racing center, improved live events. You guys get to choose your mission that you get to see in Season 6 between Adrenaline and Tail. Bro, honestly, let me know in the comment section below if you think we cooked. I hope we did. I want to hear your reactions. If this is really deserved of a year 2, is this a good year 2? Let me know. Let's fully recap what we learned today coming in the future of Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. Let's go. So in the developer diary, we started off with a year 1 retrospective. I'm not going to bore you with that because you already know what is coming. Let's go straight into Season 4. I'm going to briefly go over Season 4 because I'll have a dedicated video about that. So it'll make more sense, and I'd rather go into more details about that because we have a lot to talk about in this whole recap video. So day 1, Casino Season 4 is launching on July 23rd. Patch notes released July 22nd, 6 p.m. CEST France time for the patch notes tomorrow. Now, day 1 in the casino, 32 player lobbies. You guys are going to see 2 stores, a car parts store and a clothing store. And of course, at the car parts store, you can buy new rims, license plates, and of course, the lettering for the license plates as well. Then you have a slot machine where you'll be able to win a Mercedes AMG GT Black Series as the main jackpot, and the secondary jackpot is 777,000 casino chips, and the ratio is 2 solar coins is 1 casino chip. Unfortunately, you cannot cash back at launch from casino chips to solar coins, and there's only 1 slot machine. That changes in the mid-season update. In the mid-season update, we are going to bring a high payout slot machine which can grant you 1 million casino chips. Hopefully the ability to cash back your chips to solar coins, and poker. Poker will have 3 different rooms depending on your buy-in. It has the same cool animations. It's really fun. It's the same PvP style. There is no AI poker, so you won't be able to like verse by yourself. You need to be with other real players. That being said, this comes in the mid-season, and that mid-season update will be launching in late August. We'll give you guys more information about it when we get closer to that date. Pretty cool though. Next thing is group ping. Now group ping gives you guys the ability to set a 4 stop itinerary, send that to the other players in your group, and group matchmaking and inviting your friends to your group has been improved for Season 4, which makes this feature a lot better anyways. Next is active arrow. You guys already know all the vehicles have been reworked to have their authentic active arrow in the game. Really nice to see that now. So you'll see your air brakes, your Bugatti Veyron will be accurate, and it adds a lot to the immersion, to be honest. Moving on though, of course we have free roam UI, which we improved. Now you can rock a HUDless look. You can get rid of that voice chat icon. Finally, finally, I know. Another thing was player cards. We improved that when in your group. It gives you more information, and now you can see how far players are away from you, and you can adjust this in the settings menu depending on if you want to see players really far away, like up to 3 kilometers, or there's like certain distances you can see the UI turn off, which again can make the world feel a lot more immersive in terms of, okay, finally I see the player, rather than you needing to be close to the player or opening up the map to know where they are. That being said, the world UI enhancement has also gotten a really nice improvement. It's way less cluttered. You can finally organize everything you need to see, and honestly, I know you guys have been asking for this, but we finally did it. So there's nice improvement there. Stock restriction races is coming day 1 in Season 4 too. Really nice to hear that, guys. Now that would mean that basically we changed 20 races that had a different restriction now have stock restriction on it, and then we added 20 new races, so 40 races total across both Hong Kong Island and Ibiza. Ibiza obviously will be on the rotating race structure. It won't just be a random like 24/7 race. It'll be in the rotation. And the TDU DNA is basically most of the time using your car stock, and In the future, we are going to look into things like the upgrades, how those work, and improve it to give a more realistic and fun experience, balanced experience in TDUSC. I don't really have an ET on that either, but I know it's something that we really want to do for TDUSC in the future. Again, involve more of that TDU DNA. Now, another thing, new vehicles arriving in Season 4. Some of them are previous ranked vehicles. So you got the Aston Martin Velour, Aston Martin DB11 Volante, the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, the Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe VR wide-body kits. First time and not the last time you'll see wide-body kits or body kits in TDUSC. The DeLorean Alpha 5, the Lamborghini Huracan Sterato, and of course, Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. So quite a few cars there. Next, let's get into the important topics section. The first thing I need to tell you, Cross Region is going to come in TDUSC. But there's a catch, we don't know when, because it's a really complex thing to work on, but rest assured guys, we are working on that for you. It does have a higher priority than crossplay, but maybe crossplay at some point we can do further down the road after we implement cross region. I'll give you guys more updates on this cross region feature and our progression on this development in the upcoming Solar Club letters. So again, we have that for you as well. Another important topic though was 8-player groups. Yes, finally 8-player groups is being worked on, and it's actually in testing here at KT, but we gotta make sure it's flawless when it arrives. And funny enough, shout out to the Money Man, you've been asking for this feature a lot in the Discord. Bro, we finally are, we can confirm it's going to be arriving. Car selling, a huge requested feature coming into TDUSC, guys. So finally, car selling is going to be arriving to TDUSC. Again, no ET on this. And by the way, the whole important topic section of the dev diary to tell you that these are things that we're working on for year 2. We don't know when in year 2, but it's something we're working on for year 2 in TDUSC. Again, by the way, the huge feature about car selling, I should point out, is the fact that it'll work like it did in TDU2, but the price of your vehicle and what you sell it for will depend on how much distance you've driven it. So make sure you don't drive those cars you don't want a lot, because it might not be worth it anymore to sell it. And moving on, we talk about the further optimization, graphics, and performance improvements. The direct quote from Fabian, by the way, is he says, Season 5 will see the arrival of the revised version of our rendering pipeline, allowing us, among other things, to better balance between the CPU and the GPU. This is the first step in a larger campaign of optimization, and we plan to build this pipeline reorganization to make further optimizations over the next seasons. So it won't just stop at Season 5. Over the next seasons in year 2, we're going to really push to improve the optimization and performance in TDUSC. It won't just come all at once, but we're going to work throughout every season to improve that. And it also applies to the networking, the VFX, the AI, rendering options, and more. So pretty cool to see that. And again, I'll keep you guys up to date in the Solar Club letters. Now, in the further sound improvement section, we actually got some news from the actual sound survey we got like 2 months back, I think. The Apollo IE and the Diablo VT were the top 2 most voted. Both of those will be fixed in Season 4. The SVJ was also highly voted. The SRT, the Pista, the Enzo, SL65, to be fair with you, I think it's kind of quiet like it is in real life. The M4, the A12 Superfast, but we do also mention that there's some cars that were not voted as high, but we still think needs a lot of attention. And I do name the McLaren MP4 12C here because it doesn't sound at all what it's supposed to be like. It's a remake of the 520S, which is like a totally different engine. And the MP4 12C is a V8, and you don't hear that, you know, that I kind of just made that noise, but it doesn't have that grr noise, you know what I'm saying, from the V8s. So we need to work on that for sure. But now let's talk about year 2, the big bangers. Moving first is taxi missions coming into TDUSC. Now, taxi missions are like TDU2, but it's a lot more in depth. It's not just A to B. Each character will have its own persona, and before I even get into that, you have to respect the highway code. So you won't be able to you won't be allowed to drive recklessly, and you have to respect the speed limits, the signalization. You can't shake your clients, and every client will be different. Some will want you to drive a little faster because they're in a rush. Some will be sick and they're like, bro, slow down, chill, you know? But they'll be unique, and the players will have to adapt to them. Moving on, there will be a restriction about cars. So maybe you can't drive to the cars, maybe it has to be a daily driver, for example. And the way you dress will also come up, and it will arrive with a new UI system to tell you how you're dressing to be able to do these missions. I'm loving it. Honestly, this is such a TDU feature for season 5 and taxi missions. It's so much more in depth than even car convoys were, which kind of makes sense because they're two totally different things. But yeah, your character might ask you to dress more chill or more elegant, whatever. Now, while you're driving them, they actually ask you questions. They'll ask you, yo, can you roll down the window? Can you put on the radio? Stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And they'll also ask you about things like maybe about the city, and you have to respond correctly based on what you think the character is going to like the most. So it's like Taxi Life, to be honest, but in my opinion, just because it's test drive, I think I'm going to give it a lot more happiness here. So really cool that KT are working on that. The next thing we got though is the KT engine enhancements, which, not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good so far. As you can see, we rewrote the entire world time cycle, the city, the lighting in the cities, the bouncing lights, the rendering of the cars, and other technical stuff. Now, the very important thing is it will rain less on Hong Kong Island, and rain puddles will no longer appear when it doesn't rain, which is a big issue in TDUSC because it meant that most of the time you were on Hong Kong Island, the roads were wet. So finally, we are going to be getting some dry nights, because I can't really remember seeing a dry night in TDUSC with the roads being dry. Honestly, it's quite rare, but finally it's something that we can see in TDUSC's Year 2 Season 5. FSR 3.1 will not be arriving in Season 5, but it's something KT's working on along with Intel XESS. Pretty cool. Reflections on water are being improved, and there's a new water shader, so it looks a lot better too. And there's actual waves, beach foam, and it helps the artists be able to recreate the authenticity of the beaches and areas around Hong Kong and Ibiza a lot better. Now, shadows were also reworked, so they have a much better dim light, which sometimes you would see also like that little stuttering thing, or like the shadows would be like buzzy or like furry, if you know what I'm saying. I can't explain it well, but that seems to get improved in Season 5 as well. Another thing, physical clothing stores. Bam! You can, guys, when we released Season 2, I wasn't working for KT at the time, but when Season 2 released, I was a bit disappointed we didn't have physical clothing stores, because it was an opportunity to show you guys, you know, we love the TDU DNA and we want to do right. Well, KT have delivered. In Season 5, we're getting the first physical clothing stores into TDUSC. Pretty cool. The clan store and the the street store and the sharp store are getting improved, and we got some work in progress gameplay of it. Honestly, it's looking pretty nice. And the thing is, I know I've seen some pictures of the updated lighting when we recorded this asset. The lighting wasn't finished. Really excited at some point to show you guys the finished lighting, because you might think, ah, bro, it looks finished. No. Lighting, I'll tell you what, the lighting, and it was mentioned in the dev diary, Stefan Cambier and the team with Edward. I'll give you guys an incredible amount of credits. Honestly, the lighting and the design is so much more realistic and cinematic, as he said, and I think the players love it. It's going a lot more in TDU direction, and I'm so happy to see the TDU DNA return, not just the way I thought, but in a lot better ways than I thought as well. But yeah, so no more menu-based clan stores on Ibiza. They're walkable locations, and again, we can't wait for the doors of these to open up in Season 5. Really cool. Economy improvements. Whew. big one. The economy is going to be improving in year 2 as well. I can't believe I've barely even gone to season 6 yet, but the economy in season 5 is going to be improving. As Guillaume said, we had lots of complaints about how the economy is actually balanced, and we know there's a reason behind it, and for sure the community is telling the truth here. Well said, mate. Now, in season 5, we're going to be increasing the leveling and solo coins by at least 50%, for example. Increased crown jewel payouts. No, you guys love that. Balancing the degradation of rewards according to position in races. So this one's pretty important because I would like to say, I know you guys want to see like an improvement on depending on where you finish, you earn less. We're going to fix that. Revising how frameworks, increase gains on collectibles and speed traps and discoveries. Added solo coins when completing live events in addition to the reward. Finally, I know you guys asked a lot for that. And the percentage gains from driving aids will remain unchanged. As I said, no more nerfs. You gotta like it. You gotta like it. We're doing good. I like this. I think we're on a roll here. Let me know if we're not. But this is just one phase. We're going to improve the economy over the next seasons and even beyond into year 3 as well. But these are things that, for example, the second phase is improving features and how they work, like the replayability of speed traps, for example. Basically improving the minute by minute reward. And then phase 3 is like phase 3 is a bit hard to talk about because we still have game designers working on it, but again, it's another thing that we need to do for the economy in TDUSC. Season 6 though, you guys get to choose your own mission. That is crazy, no? Bro, I think you guys will like this. So we got 4 different missions. You have to choose between 1 vote and you're good to go, and we'll announce the winning mission in the August Solo Club letter. So here are your 4 choices. Detective, and we give you a little bit of details about them. We don't go in further detail, but we give you a little bit. So Detective is the first one. This is a game mode that's kind of oriented towards the tail mode from TDU2, but it's slightly more in depth. Now this will be done by looking for clues. We'll have a whole cool dimension around the game mode before getting into the tail mission, and it's not just the car parts, there will be a small investigation part as well. And it's the thing that is also important about TDU. It's giving a story side for the mission. And to be honest, I know we didn't want to give you guys all the details, and there's so much more details, and I'm curious to see what's going to win. The other one is package delivery. Or just delivery, livraison en français. But in this game mode, it'll be reorientated around multiplayer by moving from point A to B or other cases. It's like a special contract that takes place in the free roam, and players will be able to see other players and will make deliveries together. So that, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It's like that diamond thing. You remember that trailer where you saw the diamond in a suitcase and the cars are driving? That's basically what I can imagine delivery as. So it's in the free roam, and you don't need to boot into the game, like into an actual mission. It just happens in the free roam, and you do these together with other players. I think this might get a lot of votes too, to be honest, along with Detective. But photography is another one that you can choose between. It's similar to TD2, but again, a lot more in depth. I like this more in depth stuff. But you obviously, the basics is you get a prompt, the player has to go into the free room, take the picture, and yeah, they get basically a rating, for example. This does come with a more advanced photo mode camera though. That I think is important for people to know. And last but not least, Adrenaline, which I'm certain will be the least voted mission. I could be wrong. I hope this isn't swaying people to vote, but I don't think out of all of them, I don't think Adrenaline will get a high number of votes. But it's just like TDU2, you know, drifting, passing in between cars, high speeds. You fill up a meter, it bursts, you win the mission. That's Adrenaline missions in TDU2. It's going to be basically similar in TDUSC. Now again, you got 3 weeks to vote. This video could be wrong. I hope it's not. But the link to vote will be in the description below. You guys choose your mission, whatever you see the end date. Make sure you do it before the end date. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, Saison 7, advanced live events and solo pass. It sounds like a small thing, but we need to change these dynamics because it's the gameplay loop in TDUSC. Basically we want to enhance them, and we can enhance them by, like, for example, for live events, it's only centered around racing. We need to improve how live events are. We shouldn't just have live events centered around racing. We need to improve it, make it more fun for players to do each week. And again, this is a bit iffy at the moment because I'm not too certain on the details. It's a season 7, which is a decent ways away at the moment, to be honest. But again, as we get closer to the release of the season, I'll know and give you guys more details on that. The same thing for Solo Pass. We need to improve it because it's just grinding the same race over and over again to grind out your Solo Pass. We want to make it more fun for the players to progress through it as well. And these are changes that I think are going to be very welcome to TDUSC. The official racing center also returns. We're not too certain if it will return for sure day 1. We were pretty honest in the video because we want to give all our effort on houses, so maybe it'll come a little bit later in season 7, but the ORC is definitely something that you guys will see in year 2. That being said, the official racing center is going to be very important to launch of season 7 because it's the community finally racing against each other. The matchmaking that is currently broken in TDUSC, we needed to improve it, so that is exactly what it's going to be. Walkable interior. It will be located on the racetrack at Hong Kong Island. Players will be able to load into a playlist, and when we get closer to the launch, we'll tell you more features about the ORC too, because we didn't tell you guys everything that you could do at the ORC. Really excited about that. But anyways, another thing, and again, I will have videos that go in more detail about each of these features because we gotta go through the videos with you. I'm just playing in the background and not going into detail with you guys the videos because I gotta speed through this. It's a lot of content to make a video on. But season 8, the last season, houses. Okay, houses change a lot. It's same the core as TDU2. You got the real estate agency, you drive to the real estate agency, you buy the house, but the difference, the similarities end there. When you buy the house, it's blank. No furniture, walls are white, flooring, yo bro, you gotta do all of this. So the customization is where it changes. It means no house, well, hopefully if you can make a house exactly like someone else, you guys are twins somehow. But yeah, so finally housing has been improved with customization. You'll be able to place your furniture within a predetermined area, so you can move it around, stuff like that. So you have to go buy the furniture, and of course you have the walls you gotta paint, the flooring, all of that. Pretty cool. Another thing is that driveways, you can see your friends' cars on the driveways depending on what house you buy. And of course, garages. Bro, you guys already know we gotta have garages in the housings, and that's something you guys are going to see as well. Another thing we mentioned in the dev diary was be able to customize your garden. We don't know for sure if that's going to be day 1, but it's something that KT want to do with the whole housing customization aspect. Moving on though, of course you got different style of houses as well. It won't just be all large, we'll have a small one. We saw a trailer house in the dev diary, and we saw a massive mansion in the dev diary, so the contrast is there. You'll be able to buy what you'd like. Framing pictures on your wall, yes, it's something that you guys know you will be able to see in the future. In season 8, you guys will be able to see that happen. And of course, I believe that's everything. Oh yeah, before I forget, construction. Before season 8 arrives, you'll be able to see houses pop up around the map in each update that we bring leading up to season 8. You'll be able to see the houses, and you'll be able to see where we're putting them, and maybe you'll be able to choose your locations before the house update even arrives. So when it does arrive, you can go straight to the real estate agency. I'm buying this house right now. Let's go. I got the money. Let's go. I'll customize it. Let's go. Really exciting for that, honestly. But yeah, that's basically a really quickly housing. But if you want to see me go in more depth about it, I'll leave the link in the description below, and maybe if I have time, I'll pop up on the screen right now for you guys too to go check out. And last but not least, brands: Pagani, De Tomaso, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Puma, Michelin, and more. Really excited to talk to you guys about some future brands arriving into TDUSC, and we didn't really go over you guys all the details, but yeah, Another thing beyond, we went quickly, like things like bikes, yachts are things that we can see beyond year 2, and we have a lot of plans and ideas for them. I'm really excited to get to another 12 months of TDUSC and even further improve the TDU DNA and TDUSC as a whole. And yeah, that's pretty much a recap of the dev documentary, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Did this please you? Did you hear everything you wanted to hear in this video? Let me know in the comment section below. But you already know, I'm Alex7, and I'll see you guys in another video. And yeah, exciting things are coming to TDUSC. I'm out, guys. Peace.